Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy TomOrigins here, and today we're talking about the big news on zombies. Coming to Call of Duty. We've got many weeks and months of Call of Duty content ready to go, all starting with the 29th of September. But recently, the zombies community has undug, unburied, found, whatever you want to call it, these three very unique, very spooky looking images. The first image is of a pile of bodies. We can see that very clearly has a lot of zombie motifs behind it. Big pile of corpses ready to become reanimated zombies. And this zombies is going to be different than any of the zombies that we've seen before, because this has a theme of radiation. Ooh. Pretty much to give you a little bit of history, a meteor site was found in Poland, and the Call of Duty Porn Takes Porn website updated with a picture of that meteor crash site, I do apologise. And we also got a picture of this Geiger counter. A lot of people thought it was a heartbeat sensor, a lot of people thought it was something else. It's not, it's a Geiger counter, and that is a very funny device that can actually pick up radiation. So you'd see this in Chernobyl, if you watch Chernobyl, the documentary, or you see anything that's got like radiation, things that come from space, things like that. The Geiger counter is what you would use to measure the amounts of radiation in the area. So, we can assume that radiation-themed zombies is going to be a key part of the zombie content coming in the Cold War video game this November. So in this last image, we see two zombies rushing at a player. Now, this player could be a Polish player based on his uniform, or an American. It's hard to tell. But there is Polish soldiers who have the same sort of hat, which could link to the idea of why the meteor crash site could infect the zombies with some sort of outworld radiation and cause these zombies to be Cold War Russian zombies. So that is the map that was found on the Porn Takes Porn website, and that place is actually a crash site in Poland. You can go visit on Google Maps, and after the lockdown I'll probably wish to go and visit there myself. It'd be quite interesting to see. It's a big meteor crash site, and it's kind of interesting how that a video game is taking inspiration from real world events, which I think is quite interesting, and maybe Call of Duty 2077 might take some themes of the coronavirus and have some corona zombies, I don't know. But that's the real picture of the crash site in Poland. Very interesting to look into and research into this, because it's quite interesting that like I say, the video game industry has been inspired by real world events and kind of wrote that into the narrative of the game. We don't know if they're going to be Nazi zombies per se. Some people say there might be some, but I don't know how that would work, being the Cold War. I don't know how Nazi zombies could be a part of it. We know that the Cold War single-player storyline is meant to weave in very nicely with the storyline of the Cold War Zombies mode. So, like I said, this is a picture of the Geiger counter. This shows radiation in the area. Like when Chernobyl exploded, people went in with Geiger counters to measure the radiation levels, and this is probably the biggest reason why people are hyping on the fact that it could be radiated zombies. So maybe we might see a cutscene of a meteor crashing in Poland, the radiation leaking out of the meteor, someone comes in with the Geiger counter, and the next minute the meteor could have killed like a platoon of soldiers, and those soldiers got infected by the radiation from the meteorite, becoming Cold War Russian zombies, which would be very interesting. And this is a picture of a Geiger counter I found, Cold War Geiger counter I found on Google Images. It's very interesting that it has the same image on it as the map did, so I like that. I like how I found something that links together, and it's got the same little Omega, I think it's called, the Omega symbol, and that shows up a lot in Call of Duty Zombies, and it's upside down on this Geiger counter. But in a minute I've got a graphic I made to show you guys the flip side, so there you go. As you can see, if we look at the bottom set of images, the Omega symbol there in the top right hand corner, and flipped upside down on the Geiger counter dial, you can see the same symbol roughly on the Cold War Geiger counter. And the crash site being in Poland, Geiger counter being an item that maybe we have to carry around in game. Maybe we could optimise it and turn it into a weapon against the zombies. I don't know, that'd be quite interesting. I think it'd be quite alien-like if you see the film Alien, where they're walking around on the spaceship and they've got like a little sensor that's telling them where the zombies are. But with zombies and waves of zombies running at the enemy and players, like, I don't really understand why you would want a heartbeat sensor or like a sensor for zombies. I don't know how that would play into the narrative, because normally the zombies just run at the player anyway. So maybe they're a different type of zombie. Maybe they're just like rambling. Maybe certain ones run at the player. Maybe some of them just wander around and only attack if provoked. That could be a new mechanic to the game that could be quite interesting to see. Like, because that could add a stealth element into zombies, which you've never seen before. And there is talks of maps being beatable this time round, which is kind of strange. Normally it's just you get in a map, you pack a punch, turn the power on. They might have an Easter egg to try and do, or you might try and just survive as many rounds as possible. And sometimes there's been cutscenes at the end, but then you continue playing. But apparently this is like similar to Warzone, like a cutscene showing you leaving the map. So there's been rumours of that, which could be interesting. I'd like to see like completing a zombies map. It might be a little bit more fulfilling. I think Advanced Warfare Zombies did something like that. I think, like if you completed a certain Easter egg, you could leave the map and survive. But we can see that the old zombies of Black Ops 1 were my OG zombies. I know there was a few zombies at the end of World at War, the video game Call of Duty World at War, which seems so long ago now. But Black Ops 1 zombies looks fairly similar to the zombies in the Cold War, just from that one picture we saw before. And I quite like that, because in recent years I think the zombies have looked a bit cheesy, a little bit daft. And I like that they're going back for the scary, more like rustic vibes of the zombies. I like that. I like scary zombies. But this is where it gets interesting. So we all know this guy, Nikolai. He's one of the main 4 characters from the zombies universe that we know so far. And the current zombies timeline, I don't keep up with it too much. It's very confusing to me. But pretty much the original set of 4, which is obviously Nikolai, Dempsey, Takio, and Reznov. Not Reznov. What's he called? The German dude. Yeah, those 4 guys, they pretty much died off. And they pretty much died in the Ether storyline. But Nikolai is a character that's kind of weird that we see Nikolai being brought into Modern Warfare. But this isn't the same Nikolai, it's a different Nikolai set in the Modern Warfare universe. And he shares the same name with the guy from Zombies. So maybe with Season 6 rumoured to have some sort of zombie limited time mode in it. And Season 6 coming around the Halloween months. That's something interesting to talk about later in the video. But maybe with them being the same sort of name-sharing character, it could be hinting to the fact that zombies are coming to Warzone. Because as we see on the left, we've got Nikolai from Zombies, and we've got Nikolai from Modern Warfare. So the Nikolai on the left normally is with Nikolai. This is Nikolai. He's normally with Reznov. Not Reznov. I keep saying Reznov. It's not Reznov. It's Nikolai. It's Dempsey. It's Takio, and it's Richtofen. And those 4 are the original Zombies cast. And now we're getting Nikolai from Modern Warfare coming in as a playable operator in Season 6. So hopefully this is a teaser that maybe Zombies is coming closer to Warzone than we think. But this is the timescale, the up-and-coming timescale for the next Call of Duty updates and seasons and things. So we know that Season 6 comes out on the 29th of September. We know the mid-season update could possibly roll around for the 25th of October. This is when most games do their Halloween DLC updates. That could be quite interesting. And this will bring with it the new guns, new operators, and Zombies limited time mode in Warzone. Also, the Cold War beta comes out October the 8th to October the 12th for PlayStation players, 17th to the 21st for everyone else. And Season 6 could last for 1 month and 15 days. And Season 6 is the last season. There's no more seasons. So Modern Warfare will have continuous updates once Cold War comes out, but Season 6 is the big final season. So there's going to be a way of watershedding this over and blending them together. And I think that Season 6 releasing on the 29th is kind of interesting, because it makes way for a little bit of entertainment until the open beta arrives for us to play and enjoy, which is going to be, a time where they don't want to put anything in Modern Warfare. They want to give you all of the early days of October up until the 8th for PlayStation players before they give you the Cold War. So I think Modern Warfare will be very busy on the 29th of September all the way up to the 8th of October. And then we'll cross over to the Cold War beta, and lots of people will be playing the Cold War beta on PlayStation. Like I said, on the 8th and the 12th is when you can play it on PlayStation, and then everyone else can play it on the 17th and the 21st on PC and console, Xbox. And Farah is being added into the game as one of our level 100 operators, we assume, as well as Nikolai, like I mentioned before. And Season 6 will be the final season, so obviously everything, if you're going for Damascus, if you're going for camos, if you want to get into a season of Modern Warfare before it's all said and done, this is going to be the big final event of content. Obviously there's going to be updates, map changes, things like that, limited time modes, maybe new items in the store, but the major update content planned for this game is going to be Season 6. And that's when most people are going to get to play their last bit of content of Modern Warfare before we cross over to the brand new Cold War video game in November. That comes out November 13th, by the way, so if you want to pre-order that for your console of choice, make sure you pre-order it. I'll be playing it on my Xbox Series X, which I got the pre-order for the other day. My video of me getting my pre-order is in the other videos on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check them out, please do so. But moving on to Season 6 and why that is so important. We've been shown in the Season 6 trailer, which I will go through in a moment, an underground map of the Warzone map. We've got an underground tunnel system, train system. So, like a London Underground or a Metro Underground or whatever, like the New York Underground, I guess, subway stations. We've got a big underground train map coming to Warzone. So that's going to be kind of weird to explore. We see some gameplay of it in the teaser trailer, obviously for Season 6, but it's cinematic cutscenes and that. But we've got a real map in-game, so that is what the underground map will look like. We don't know if the trains down there are going to be operational, like the big train that goes around the top of the map. So hopefully there'll be like little secret tunnels, little secret undergrounds. I did say back on one of my live streams how cool it would be to have a close quarters underground battle royale game, like completely underground. That would be kind of cool. And I like that we're getting that update to the Warzone map, and that the Warzone map is massive and it has had a lot of use, and it's still interesting that they're providing new content for it, even though it's been a thing for a long time now. But in the still images from the trailer that we see, I saw this lightning panel on the train track. Now, this could just be a cool little fancy detail, a cool little touch of information. But could this potentially be a zombie trap? The zombie trap that we get to use in Season 6 when the zombie mode comes. Because we all know that it's going to have something to do. Zombies is going to come into Warzone in one way or another. And I feel like when or if they do, if they have physical zombies in the game that we have to fight against or survive against, I think having some traps scattered around the Warzone map might be interesting, and we might see those traps later in use in the Warzone or Cold War games. Because we know Warzone's going over to Cold War as well. They're doing their own Cold War themed Warzone, so that's going to be interesting, and I want to know how we're going to say goodbye to this map, or even if we will. There's a nuke on the map that no one has talked about, and I still think it needs to go off, and that could be a nice way to send Modern Warfare off and start Cold War in a new life cycle. That'd be quite interesting. But we're going to have to wait and see what Season 6 has to offer. But more importantly, DLC. Halloween DLC is not few and far between. There's lots of games. Your favourite game might do it. Some examples I've got is Borderlands 3. They add in Halloween content. Normally on the 25th of October, they add Halloween content in. And it's limited time, so you can come in and get some cosmetics. Borderlands 3 did it with some masks and different like characters and outfits and things like that. GTA does it. Dead by Daylight does it. There's lots of games that add Halloween content in, and I think that this could be a very good opportunity for Call of Duty to fit in with this theme that's quite common in gaming and provide a DLC for Call of Duty. Halloween DLC for Call of Duty would be very interesting, and with the time framing of how and when all the games are coming out, I think it would be very interesting, because we know that Halloween is normally on the 31st of October. So if they did the update on the mid-update for Season 6, because every season's had a mid-season update, if they did a mid-season update for Season 6, and they did that update for the 25th of October, we could get a lot of Halloween-inspired items in the shop, a lot of Halloween operator skins in the shop. We could get, mainly, a zombies mode added into Warzone. Now, I think that would be amazing. To see zombies get added into Warzone due to like a Halloween DLC update, it would fit so well, and I think they would be silly marketing-wise to not wrap their heads around that and actually decide to do that. Because I've wished for years that zombies would come to GTA and things like that. So zombies being owned by Call of Duty in the gaming industry, and a lot of people being hyped for Call of Duty Zombies, I definitely think a Halloween zombie DLC, limited time only mode for Warzone, where we get the whole Warzone map, and it's humans versus zombies, that, to me, would be awesome. I mean, just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, how better it would fit in with the Cold War and everything else. And when you see the teaser trailer for Season 6, which we're about to watch now, tell me that doesn't look like a budget horror movie. Look at it. If we added some spooky sound effects to this and like some like zombie noises in the background, this could be sick. Like, you and your squad going into Warzone, and it's just you and your squad of 4, and you're like down there in the tunnels, and you've got Nikolai and Farah, and like the zombies are everywhere, and you can see them. Like, that'd be awesome. Tell me that wouldn't be sick. It would be so cool, and it would be so sad for them not to do this, because they've got the options to make this a reality. And I feel like this setting alone, we've never seen an open scale zombie map. We've never seen a zombie map wide open, spread out like a city, with an underground as well, and vehicles and things. Forget about it. It would be awesome. It would be so cool. Imagine logging on Halloween. Obviously, with the world right now, trick-or-treating, Halloween parties, things like that are going to be very limited. How awesome would it be to get on and have like a Halloween night planned where you could get on with your friends, hop online, grab your favourite Halloween drinks and food, get up get on stream with some makeup on, some costumes, and play some Call of Duty Zombies in Warzone, Halloween DLC mode. That would be sick. That would be so cool. I've got the biggest stupid grin on my face talking about this. Because look at this trailer and tell me it wouldn't look sick with zombies in it. It would look amazing. And Call of Duty have the ability to discuss this idea and do it. They could do it. They could do the little chalk outlines of the guns on the walls instead of finding guns on the floor like we do in Warzone. You could run up to them. We know money's in Warzone, so you could buy them off the walls like you can in normal zombies. It would be sick. And like these trains could be like armoured and you could like drive them around the map like they're on a cycle around the map, and they could like plough through hordes of zombies, and you could run around with your squad of 4 or in duos or whatever, trios, solo even, if you wanted to try and do it solo. And you have like a Warzone sized zombie map to fight against. It would be sick. And I just would be very upset if they didn't do it, because we got hyped up about the nuke, and the nuke, nothing happened. We found bases and bunkers with nukes in them, and the nuke did nothing. It never blew up, it never took off, it never did anything. So there's a nuke sitting somewhere on this map, ready to be used. And how sick would it be if the zombies were running around the Warzone map with you, and you got to set off the nuke and blow up all the zombies? That would be sick, and that would be the best way to say goodbye to Verdansk. It would be an awesome way to say hello to a new map, and it would be an even better way to kick off the hype for zombies. Because I like how they do teasers and things like that. But they just are too slow and too dry for me. I need excitement, I need hype. Let me know your thoughts and stuff down below. I've been rambling for too long now. Like, comment and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Please tell me what you thought in the comments down below. And if you've got any cool ideas for the zombie storyline or zombie content coming to Call of Duty later down the line, please let me know so. I'll speak to you guys soon. And stay safe. Keep excited for zombies. And we'll see what the future holds. Like, comment and subscribe for more. Peace out. And imagine a utopia. Darling, I'm just so fed up with. What does perfect even mean?